In this video, we will discuss an interesting problem from Erodo book, and the problem number is 4.55. Problem is based on simple harmonic motion of the system as shown in the figure. According to the question, we have this uniform cylinder whose mass is capital M, radius is capital R, and on the periphery of this uniform cylinder, a string is wound. One end of the string is connected to this weight. The weight value, that mass value is not given in a question, and another another end of the same string is connected to this point mass m, which is fixed on a rim of the cylinder. Okay, and it is given that in equilibrium, the radial direction of this mass, point mass m, from the center makes an angle of alpha degree, just alpha, from the downward vertical. You can see this is angle alpha. Okay, so this is the equilibrium situation which is given in the question. Now we have to find what will be the angular frequency of oscillation of this system. To solve this question, actually we have two methods to solve this question. One method is called force method and the other one is called energy method. For solving this question, both methods are equally difficult. You cannot say like this method is easier one or this one is easier one. So in this question I am using force method to solve this question, and you try to solve the same question using energy method. I hope you know what is force method, what are the some like few steps involved in this force method. I am writing and those steps. The first step is, first of all we have to find the equilibrium position of the system and write the equation involved in that equilibrium position. So what is the mean position force equation? Like first of all, you can see this system is at rest, so we can say this is the equilibrium position of the system of our SHM. In this situation, we can make an equation of like this. First of all, let me assume the mass of this weight is m0, which is not given to us. So I must say this is what m0 g, and let the tension in equilibrium is T, anything. Then what about this mass, small m? The weight of this mass will act in this way, and if this angle is alpha, this must be alpha, then it will be, this will be mg cos alpha and it will be mg sin alpha. Okay, so this tension is T everywhere along the periphery. So for the equilibrium of the system, I must say that like here is also tension T, so T must be balanced by mg sin alpha. Okay, but T is also equal to m0 g, so I am also writing it to be as m0 g. Is it clear? You can also write this equation in terms of torque. Like initially net torque about the center of mass of the cylinder, center of the cylinder is 0, so we can also write like this: the torque of this tension and torque of this weight mg must be equal to 0. So we can say what is the torque of tension about the center, then it will be T times R. And what about the torque of this mg? This component will have 0 torque about the center of mass, the center O, and for this it will be mg sin alpha times R. So this R will cancel out and we are getting the same expression. And we know that value of T is equals to m0 g, so I am again writing it to be as m0 g. We can see g and g will cancel out, then the value of this m0 in terms of m, we are getting it to be as m0 equals to m sin alpha, which will be an useful expression in upcoming part. Okay, so that is the thing. For space, I always rough some things like this board is very small, m0 will be equals to m sin alpha. Now I will displace the system from this mean position. So let's say I have depressed this block A by a very small distance, so that this small mass, this point mass, will also go up along the periphery by some small angle. Let that angle is theta. So again I will redraw the diagram in the disturbed position. So what will be the disturbed position? Initially it was here, now point mass will go somewhere upper. So let this minded this angle is very small. We can see this angle as a large one, but it is very small angle in fact. So this angle is, let's say, theta. So this time again it will be mg. This component of force mg will be mg cos alpha plus theta, and this component will be along the tangential. This is the tangential component, will be mg sin theta plus alpha. Okay, and the tension in this way, in this situation, will be like something different. Let's say the tension is T1 now. Okay, and here M naught G will be acting there. Now about O, that is center of the cylinder, we can write the equation of torque, because this cylinder, this uniform cylinder, is going to form an angular SHM. So I will write this, I will use this equation tau equals to I alpha, and somehow I will try to convert in this way, like alpha is proportional to theta in this way. Like that is the general equation of angular SHM. So what is the torque about the center of cylinder? That will be mg sin theta plus alpha times r. This is the torque of this mg minus the torque of tension will be T1 times r. It must be equals to I times alpha. What is I of the system? Like in our system, there are two things. One is this cylinder, and another thing is this point mass. Okay, this point mass, this bead joule. So it will be what? Capital, this mass is capital R, mr square by 2, plus for this it will be small m r square, and times alpha. This is the moment of inertia of this combined system, like uniform cylinder plus this small mass. Okay, so you can see, actually we can expand this expression, but before expanding that, I have to find out the value of T1 at this moment of time. I have assumed that actually I have written here that this is the torque of this mg minus this is the torque of this. I have put minus sign because the torque of this tension is in an inward direction, while the torque of this mg is in outward direction. So this torque minus this torque equals to I alpha. So this is the direction of tau, or you can say alpha. Okay. So in this situation, what will be the acceleration of this block? That is A. This block will move with the same acceleration with which this point is moving, which is in contact with the cylinder. Okay, and it is given in a question, there is no slipping, so this point must move with an acceleration of alpha times r in upward direction. That's why this block will also be moving with the same acceleration, that is alpha. So it will be now T1 minus m naught g. T1 minus m naught g must be equals to m naught times acceleration of this block, which is equal to alpha. So it is the alpha. I have written the acceleration of this block from no slipping condition, mind. So it becomes, what is the value of T1? T1 will be m naught g plus this, and we also know, because m naught is not given in a question, so I must not introduce unknown terms. So I will convert this m naught, like I will replace this m naught by this m sin alpha. It will be m sin alpha times g plus m sin alpha times alpha. Okay, so that is the situation. Now I will substitute this tension in this expression and simplify it. So it becomes mgr, then expand it, it will be sin theta cos alpha plus cos theta sin alpha. So for the first time, sin theta cos alpha, because theta is very small, so sin theta will be approximately theta, and it will be just cos alpha. Okay, plus for the second term of this expansion, it will be cos theta sin alpha. Cos theta, as theta is very small, so cos theta is approximately 1, so it will be 1 multiplied by sin alpha minus T1 times R. What is the value of T1? We can see it is multiplied by R. So it will be MR, you can say MGR into sine alpha, and again minus will be M sine, actually it is MR square into sine alpha, MR square into sine alpha into alpha. This alpha is related to angle, while this alpha is related to the angular acceleration. Don't to confuse. And it must be equal to this thing, which is m r square by 2 plus m r square multiplied by alpha. Now simplify this expression. Okay, so 1r will cancel out everywhere. This is r, and this will be r. So 1r will cancel out. Also this thing, like this is what, this expression mg, it is mg sine alpha, and this is again mg sine alpha. Yes, both term will cancel out. So here, and this term contain alpha, so I must shift this term on the right side. So it becomes mg cos alpha times theta equals to mr by 2 plus small mr plus small mr into sine alpha, and outside of bracket it will be angular acceleration. Okay, so now this alpha will be equals to mg cos alpha times theta divided by this term, which is what, mr by 2 plus mr, I can take mr as common one, it will be mr 1 plus sine alpha. That is the thing. Okay, and from the direction point of view, you can see the direction of theta was in this direction, in anti-clockwise, in inward direction. Sorry, not in anti-clockwise, it is clockwise sense, while the direction of alpha is in anti-clockwise sense. So both are in opposite direction. So I must put a minus sign there, and it is related to the basic differential equation of angular acceleration. And this term is a constant one, which we call as omega square, that is angular frequency square. So omega will be equals to root over mg cos alpha divided by I can take the LCM of this term, it will be 2, LCM will be 2, so it will be mr plus 2 mr 1 plus sine alpha. So this is our final answer. If I have not made any mistake here, it must be the final answer. Okay, you solve the same question using the energy method.